Yes, so this is me. I got introduced to cryptocurrency, to Bitcoin at the time. It was this, the word was just Bitcoin. There was no even cryptocurrency at that time that much. So we're just talking about Bitcoin and blockchain technology. So that was in 2016, got invited to somebody's home who just said, "Hey, please come. I've got a visitor here who's going to tell us about a business that I don't know what it is. So please come. You are my neighbor. I just don't want to sit here alone. Let's come and listen and walk away." So I went, to support. I was tired. I was angry. I didn't want to go. I just went out of respect. And I walked in there, said, the house was full of people coming from near and far, to my surprise. So the lady came in and just introduced Bitcoin and introduced blockchain technology and told us that at some point this Bitcoin is going to be 700,000. It will keep on going up to 1 million. It's going to close the banks. And therefore, if we buy it now, at the time it was around 8,000 rands, which is like what, $400 to people who are not in South Africa. $400 around about there, between $400 and $500, 8,000 and 10,000. So it was around that price. So it was new. We don't even understand investment. We're just listening to this thing that's going to help every person, everyone in the world who will participate in it. And we wanted to be helped. We felt like we are sick and tired of the jobs we were doing. And so we actually just wanted something that can take us out of this. So I also just felt like, if they say it's going to help everyone, let me just stick with it and see what I can get out of it. And afterwards, I came home, I started reading, searching on the internet, what is this thing, and so on. I never understood much. It was a real Greek for me and for all of the people that were there. And so, but I think what kept me was the fact that they said it's going to help people. So I felt like I resonate with that. So I stayed with it. There were a lot of ups and downs. Man, from 2016 to 2025, we have seen a lot. So we've seen the ups and the downs. We've seen how short-sighted we were. We have seen how we don't understand investment. We have seen how we have chased after percentages that people will tell us. If you put this in a month, you'll get this. We have ran after those things. They were doing them in the name of Bitcoin. We've seen ourselves becoming stable when we got into Bitcoin mining at some point, and then legislation came. Companies were not ready. It has always been an up and down. So I want to say to people who are new in this call tonight that if you are new into crypto, into Bitcoin, you are actually coming when things are settling down. When companies come through, when the governments are paying attention and getting to understand what what is this all about, where governments are buying this, governments are mining this, you have just come, I will say, at the beginning of this movement of Bitcoin. For us, we have paid school fees. We lost a lot of money. We made a lot of money in the process. So we know what Bitcoin can do because it has transformed our lives. Some of us, we have lost a lot of Bitcoins out of the same thing, short-sightedness, and not understanding the whole picture of what they've been trying to tell us. And I think that's one of the things that made me to be a crypto educator, being an educator in training. I then thought, let me set up courses that will assist people understand this Bitcoin thing. And so that is what I am doing, I continue to do. Because when I started, there was no information, and the information keep on coming. And therefore, it's all over the place. People who are new will be lost. So they need a well-prepared, packaged information that will take them forward, because this is an opportunity that you don't want to ignore. And I know that in the call here as well, there are a lot of people who have lost money through the same schemes that were in the markets. And therefore, you may just be here to come and hear what is this, but really you know that you have lost money in this Bitcoin space. So I just want to send the message to you to say, you know what, Bitcoin is actually only starting now, and it's starting where legislation is being put in place, where big companies are now confident to come through. So a lot of people are already going to jail for scamming people. So it's very big. It's really becoming a safe space to play in. I remember a long time ago, they will tell us that you see how fluctuating it is, because you'll be looking at the price, it will be 8,000, whilst you are still looking at the price is 12,000, and then it goes to 10, it goes to 11. The fluctuation was just too much. And then they told us, you know what, as time goes on, these fluctuations are going to go away when money comes in. So for us, we actually see how stable it's getting. Many people are still calling it fluctuating, but we are saying it is so stable that you really just need to walk in and put your money, but understand, learn it first, understand it, and then participate in it. And so we are here to give that education, to give you, enough information that will enable you to make a right information for yourself, for your children, and for your children's children, because it is the money of the future. So what is Bitcoin? It's a currency, it's a medium of exchange, it's a means of payment where I can give you whatever you want, and you can pay me with with Bitcoin. So I'm saying it is a means of exchange. It's a means of trade. So we trade with it. It is again a commodity. So it actually mimics the characteristics of a commodity. That's why people are just saying it is a commodity, like your gold and silver and many others. So as we know, money have been evolving since the beginning of time. We started right back there with barter trading, and it just kept on moving. And so people were actually bartering using these commodities. So commodities used to be the means of exchange, the medium of exchange. And now we see gold is the one that is still standing, your gold, your silver, as a means of exchange. Along the way, people have been dropping things that are not working. They've been dropping commodities that are not working, getting into something new. And now we are also here moving from government money, getting now into money of the people, money created by the people for the people, which is Bitcoin. So it is a commodity, it is scarce in nature, it is limited in supply. And therefore, it is given, it has one price throughout the world. So it is not controlled, in other words, by governments. It is a commodity or a form of money that is global. Right, again, it's a payment system. So here, once you get into the Bitcoin system, therefore you let, or you leave the traditional system, you leave the banking system. So when you are in the cryptocurrency system, then you don't need the banks. You'll use the banks just to transfer your money into the Bitcoin system. So from there, if I need to send you money, I don't need any bank in between. You don't need any bank in between if you have to send me money. So in between, we therefore have the technology, the blockchain technology. We have miners, which are these machines that are then verifying the transactions. So money moves from one person to another without any banks in between. And therefore, what is Bitcoin? We've mentioned again, it's a currency form of money that allows people to send and receive money. It's a peer-to-peer. That is why we don't need a bank. It's a peer-to-peer, peer-to-peer, a person-to-person system of money. So we don't need the government. We don't need the bank. And I remember sometimes people would be afraid, oh, if it doesn't need the bank or government, really, is it going to work? It is working. It has been working since the year 2009. So it keeps on going. It keeps on working. And therefore, the same banks and the government are now coming into it. They're trying to find their way through. It was created in 2008 and actually launched in 2009 by a person or group of persons called Satoshi Nakamoto. They created this in response to the financial crisis, financial meltdown that we have been going through all the years. People have been sick, and tired of the form of money, which is the government money, that benefits a few. And the majority of people globally have, let me just say, they're poor. They don't get to uh, fulfill the dreams they have. They don't live where they want to live. They don't eat the food they want to eat. We can name a lot because of the system of money. The government money, it's not satisfying everyone. So Bitcoin is here to say, all right, let's try to close that gap. If you participate in it, you are going to benefit because when they created it, they have actually made it to be scarce. So there's a supply limit to it. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist. So I remember when we started, the people that actually received the white paper from Satoshi Nakamoto that read what he thought that this can be a better form of money. They told us at the time, if only one household can have one Bitcoin, your generations will be sorted. They used to say that in 2017, 18, if only one household can have one Bitcoin, your generations will be sorted. And so that's what we are trying to push to our own people, to everyone, to say, if you can just try to accumulate Bitcoin, you'll be sorted. Right now, what people are saying is that if you can have 0.1 Satoshis or, portion of Bitcoin, 0.1, your generations will be sorted. Others go to a point of saying, if you can have 0.08 0.008 of Bitcoin, your generations will be sorted. So how are we going to obtain this Bitcoin? It's sitting at 2 million rand right now, and it is going to keep on going up. So how best can we accumulate it? Other people are buying it every month, every week, but not everyone can afford to buy it daily or weekly or even monthly. So what is the other way of accumulating it? That's exactly what I will be sharing with you tonight. How can we accumulate it? So why do we want to rush into Bitcoin? Because it is limited in supply. And right now, out of these 21 million Bitcoins that are supposed to exist, 95% of this is already mined. So we are, and lots of people don't have Bitcoin. Companies don't have Bitcoin. Millionaires and billionaires don't have Bitcoin. Governments are not yet in. And therefore, we are all going to be fighting for the 5% that is left. That's why we can confidently say that the price of Bitcoin will go to $1 million, which is about 18 million rands here in South Africa, one Bitcoin. Right now it's at 2. Imagine if you can start right now when it gets to 18 million, to 30 million, to 50 million. How much money will you have accumulated? So tonight it's really a night of an opportunity. And again, Bitcoin is decentralized. There is no central authority which controls Bitcoin. No one, not president, of the US. No one is controlling Bitcoin. No one. Not your president, not my president, no one. So because of that, you are the one that's controlling Bitcoin. So if you are the one that's controlling Bitcoin, if I am the one controlling Bitcoin, we are the real Satoshi Nakamotos. It's us who actually are the Satoshi Nakamotos, and we are the ones that are moving the price. We are the ones that are moving the price. Sometimes I look back and say, from $500 to 1 million, it has been ordinary people in the process who have moved the price from 0.000 to 1 million now that the companies are coming. It has been ordinary people who are seeking for an opportunity, who are seeking to change their lives. They have moved that price. And therefore, it's time for us to accumulate as quick as possible so that we can sit down and wait for this price to take us to Vala, to a place that we have never even dreamed of. That is what you need to know. That is the potential of Bitcoin for you. And again, blockchain is a technology that actually enables Bitcoin to operate in. So what is it? It's a public digital ledger that records all transactions. If it's public, it means that I can see that here's a transaction of somebody who has just bought 2 Bitcoins or 3 Bitcoins. It's public ledger. It's a public book. Everyone can be able to look into this digital book and see the movement, which is something that's different from the current system, because today, I don't know what Standard Bank is doing. Nobody knows. Even again, their servers, sometimes they go down. And also you go there, their ATMs are not working. So because it's centrally controlled. But with Bitcoin, it's decentralized. If there is war here in South Africa, people in USA, China, and so on, they will keep on mining Bitcoin. They will keep on, running the transactions as much as they can. They can even send the Bitcoins to us and help us. So that is a movement. That's a global movement that's happening during our time, and therefore we have to be awake to that. We have to be awake that something huge is happening during our lifetime in the financial sector. And as you know, money is this thing that turns the world around, and therefore you need to be in that wheel and also turn with the wheel. It is your time, and therefore don't put it aside. And what's the use case? The use case of Bitcoin is that it can be used to buy goods and services. And again, you can hold it as an investment. When you hold it as an investment, you've got to understand it, because any investment, you invest in something you understand. That's all. You have to take your time to learn about it and then be able to go out there and invest boldly, because there's a lot of information that gets to be shared by highly educated people. Some of that information, it's misleading, and therefore if you are not well grounded in the knowledge of what this thing is, you can see yourself waking up in the morning and selling all your Bitcoin, and once you sell them, they're gone. You'll never get them back. You are going to get them back at a much higher price. So for us, because we have just been on the roller coaster for the past over 10 years, when they say, no, it is this, oh, it's going down. Some people are beginning to be scared and I'm selling, it's keeping on going down. As we just get into the blankets, we just read our newspapers because we know that it is going to go up. It must be going up and down, so that it can really go up. So you really you have to invest in something you understand. And again, you can then be able to buy goods and services. This use case is one like buying of goods and services. Another way for the sellers of goods and services to accumulate Bitcoin, because then they will be able to receive Bitcoin or any other form of crypto. Like my crypto course also, I take cryptocurrency for my course. And if you have a shop out there right now, you need to begin to start to take Bitcoin or any form of crypto. You can take one of the stable coins, and we just need to get into it and make it our day to day, because we are the Satoshi and the Nakamoto's. And then Bitcoin is a commodity. Again, let's just run this through. The commodity feature of it is that it's fungible. Each unit is the same. So 1 BTC equals to 1 BTC for everyone. It's tradable on markets. It's traded globally like gold. It's limited in supply. Maximum is 21 million Bitcoins. It is used as a store value. It's often called digital gold. At the moment, people are saying if you have gold, you have money. But that is going to change, because if you have Bitcoin, you will be the person who has the money. Doesn't matter whether at the moment you are sweeping in a supermarket somewhere, you are cleaning somebody's house, or you are a CEO of some company. All those people who have Bitcoin, no matter their position right now, those people are the ones that will be having Bitcoin, and the rest of everyone, will be will not be having Bitcoin. So they will not be having Bitcoin. They will not be having money. So that is why people should really pay attention. And it's an electronic system, an electronic cash payment or digital cash system. It's a way to send and receive money electronically without using physical cash like coins or paper notes. So be aware, especially for new people on the call, you'll never find a physical coin. There is no physical Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, there is no physical cryptocurrency in general. It's not a paper note. So nobody can say here is a Bitcoin. Then you can sell it. They make it like Krugerrands. No. This is digital money, so it can never be physical. So it's a payment system that allows users to transfer money over the internet electronically, make purchases, as well as store money in a electronic form. Now, we're talking again tonight about Bitcoin. All right. So Bitcoin mining is an important event in the creation of Bitcoin. Actually, Bitcoin mining, I think in a simpler way, is a way of creating this Bitcoin, right? Because we are talking about Bitcoin, but the question is, where are they coming from? So they are coming from mathematics. There's a formula that is created, and then when these miners solve that problem, they get to be compensated with Bitcoin. And again, there is rules to say how are they being compensated. We'll get into that just now. So Bitcoin mining is actually the creation of Bitcoin. So and that is what we'll be talking about, to say we need to, as well, as much as we do other things, it's important for everyone to be in the Bitcoin mining, because now you will be mining over time. And again, you are giving yourself, an opportunity to participate in the space of creating Bitcoin in the history of money. And therefore, you will be able to accumulate as much as you can. You don't have to be buying every day, every week, every month. Once you purchase the power to mine, then you will be mining for a certain period of time, maybe 3 to 4 years, and then you keep on growing yourself. That's a way of accumulating these bitcoins. Okay, so Bitcoin mining actually provides security to the network. The network, there's no one who will jump into the network and then start putting their own Bitcoin, put another Bitcoin and without anybody noticing. No, the way this protocol is created in such a way that the miners are verifying the transactions, that the miners will solve a mathematical problem, get it right, and then be paid with bitcoins. The issuance of new bitcoins comes from solving the mathematical problems. That's why we say Bitcoin comes from mathematics. We mine it through mathematics. And therefore, the movement of money between a person to person gets to be verified again by miners. There will be transaction verification that takes place to make sure that the money, the Bitcoin I send you, is the Bitcoin that was really created on the network. So there is no cheating, no roping. And that brings stability, network stability, security. And again, it is decentralized. Like I've already mentioned, people can mine everywhere. You can mine in your house. I can mine here. This country of ours in South Africa can mine. I read an article where Eskom is looking at actually mining Bitcoin, which will be so beautiful. And then I know that I think is it Namibia is also mining. Ethiopia is mining. Zambia is mining. Countries are mining. Countries are beginning to come in and mine. So imagine what is it that can give you the opportunity to mine just as the government, the government is mining, you're also mining. It's the biggest opportunity. The system of money today will not allow you to do things at that scale. But Bitcoin mining allows you to step into that space and also participate in mining Bitcoin. So that's what we will be talking about tonight, Bitcoin mining. How can you mine Bitcoin and how can you accumulate these Bitcoins every day? Those small portions that we call Satoshis, how do you mine them every day and accumulate your Bitcoin in that way? When the prices go up like this, what you have accumulated goes up. I was looking at my wallet, that the price just balloons. And that's what we want. We want these prices to go up so that the money can grow in our wallet. And so Bitcoin mining is decentralized all over the world. So it gets to be concentrated in some other countries and so on and so on. So we know in Africa they're beginning to mine Bitcoin now. Governments are beginning to mine. They're thinking of mining and so on. And therefore, we are going to see change on these spread of countries mining. Even here, I've just tried to show you which countries are mining at what level. Okay. And then maybe when I am here, I can just stop. I just want to come up here and just log into this article. This one here. Okay, I want us to look at this article. I'm sure everyone can see. So I'm actually here. I don't see where I'm managing it. So I'm here on this article here. I think you can see my cursor. So this person here says July 14th to 18th is officially declared Crypto Week in the US. CBDC bans. CBDC stands for what does it stand for? centralized. Yeah, somebody help me out there. But it is um, the coins that gets to be mined by the government. So they are banning that, you know. So I'm sure many governments, many reserve banks were looking at them creating their own coin and regulating and still keeping people poor. And now in America, they're banning that. I'm looking forward to see some of these governors resigning, and finding other jobs because that blockchain technology is going to really affect their jobs. So the CBD's bans, and then stablecoins bill and full crypto regulation is coming. This is US. So this will make US the capital of crypto and trigger billion inflows. Here's what is coming and how I will make six figures in 1 week. So this is a person. So it's giving us a graph here. He says, okay, we are here. So this is where the price is. And then this is an estimation of anti-CBDCs. So immediately this, government cryptos, digital coins that they thought are going to create, immediately they ban it. When America bans it, the whole world is going to ban these CBDCs. So then it means the government also will never have, ever have a digital form of money. So they will have to get into Bitcoin. So crypto clarity bill will also come. The world will understand it, and then a genius bill, and then the price keeps on going because now confidence in the markets and people who are holding the monies, the real money of the world, are getting confidence when there is clarity on the bill, on legislation. And therefore, that's when we'll see these predictions that people have been talking about coming into fruition. That's why this guy here says that this is how it's going to make six figures in 1 week when this, crypto bill has been published. So I just thought I share that quickly with you so that you can know that it is buzzing out there. The world is buzzing. People are getting into crypto. People are already dreaming, seeing themselves, transformed by this Bitcoin. So none of us here tonight should be left behind. Now, here is actually the engine of 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 uh, of Bitcoin, right? Why will I call it an engine? This is what makes Bitcoin to be scarce. This is what makes people to have sense and understanding of Bitcoin, especially people that likes to make money. I'm talking about individual people and businesses at large. When they come to understand how the scarcity model has been designed, then they get understanding that they need to step in so that they can then also have a share in the 21 million bitcoins that will only be available. So and Bitcoin is the first coin, and that's why you see most companies and governments, everyone is just talking about Bitcoin. So we are also the small ones. We also want to ride on that movement of money, so that when they bring in money, we already are in, so that that money, the wealth of the world, can be transferred into our hands. So we're just waiting for that. When billions and billions and trillions of monies come, then we are also in that space. This is a moment not to be missed. Let me just explain the Bitcoin halving. Like we said, it started in the year 2009, right here where my cursor is, here at the bottom. So when a miner will be the machines. So the people that are running those businesses, we also call them the miners, the mining companies that are using helping us to create Bitcoin. So in the year 2009 until 2012 here, they were compensated with 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. So when they get the formula right, every 10 minutes, whoever got it right will be given 50 Bitcoins. And so on and so on. So you'll find that every day there will be 7,200 Bitcoins actually mined. And then the system of halving. This is actually the business plan of Bitcoin from Satoshi Nakamoto. He says every time you mine 210,000 blocks of Bitcoin, you must have half the supply. So every 4 years, the 210,000 blocks are always coming into being 4 years. So after 4 years, from that 2009 to 2012, there was halving. So meaning supply is reduced from 50 now to 25. Every 10 minutes, 25 Bitcoins to miners. So these miners will collect this lot of Bitcoins, but what can they do? Then they collect it and then they send it out to the markets. And other people out there started exchange businesses where they will then buy these Bitcoins from the miners and then sell it to us. So that's why when we want to buy Bitcoin, we don't look for a miner. We go to the exchanges because now the exchanges are collecting these Bitcoins from miners and then selling it to ordinary people out here. So from 25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes, after 4 years, then the compensation or the subsidy, block subsidy, came to 12.5. Every 10 minutes, people will be compensated. These miners will be compensated with 12.5 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. And then by 2020, it was another halving here. During COVID, the mining of Bitcoin was continuing. People were said to go in their houses. The machines were outside there alone mining. That's the beauty of technology. So we were then moving from 12.5 to 6.25. Now, last year in 2024, that's another 4 years. From now to the year 2028, we are mining 3.125 every 10 minutes. So you can see the supply is actually shrinking. It used to be 50. It's now sitting at 3.125, And now 95% is already mined, and people don't have Bitcoin. So people are now going to get into Bitcoin. They are trying to get into Bitcoin now. And so the supply is actually being reduced daily. It was 7.2. It moved to 3.6. That's halving. 1.8 halved to 900, halved to 450. From 2028, it will be 225. So this is where now I'm sure whoever doesn't have Bitcoin, yeah, people will be able to see that you don't have it. That's where, it's just going to be clear who has it and who doesn't have it. So we still have this open window of these 4 years to accumulate as much as we can so that we can really have enough. We'll never have enough, but we can have something that we can leave to the generations to come. Okay, and then here are the predictions. So some people are predicting that in 2025, the price of Bitcoin will go to 135. I'm sure it's going to go to 160. The way things are, that bill that I've just mentioned, like information I've just shared, how US has declared, that country has declared a week, which is a crypto week, and people are getting ready. The price is already moving, and money is actually a lot of money sitting in America anyway. So I think we are already at 120. I think we hit 120. To go to 130, it can be, in 2 weeks, this is a very close price. I'm sure we'll end up at 160, 180 to 200,000. So you need to be part of that. You need to participate so that you can make, money. Whether it's in a form of passive income or in a form of a passive plus active money, as I will be showing you tonight. So the price are just going to increase and keep on increasing. The year 2028, it will be 508,472, 500,000. So which is 10 million here at home, around 10 million rands. So maybe when I speak like this, somebody will say, will it ever? When it was 8,000, I asked the same question, can it really be 100,000? Can it really be 500? It did. And so I can confidently say it will hit 10 million. It will hit 18 million. It will hit 50 million because I've seen it move from very low amounts. And not only me and some of the people here. Standard Bank has come out to say this year is going to be 200,000. By 2028, it will be 500,000, which is 2 million. So we need to pay attention. We really need to pay attention. When the banks now have opinions, remember, they didn't even want to see it. Now they have opinions, then we need to pay attention. All right, let me just... Now, I'm just going to show you the two ways of accumulating Bitcoin. The first one, it's a Bitcoin mining, which is passive. These machines here, as you see them here, they're the ones that will work for you. These are the machines that will generate the Bitcoin on your behalf. So what you need to do is to buy your space in the mining, and therefore you start collecting these Bitcoins. And again, you can do what we are doing, which is networking, word of mouth, telling people out there to say, come, let's mine together. Let's build this thing. This thing is real, it's working. Let's join in and accumulate Bitcoins. When we do that, this company, which is called iMine, which we have partnered with, will therefore compensate you very well for bringing more people. Remember, now it's a very important, a thing to do, network marketing, word of mouth, because you're participating as well in bringing other people into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is such a big thing, and you take your time to participate in it and you get paid for it. So really, it means we are really making this a success. It's us who are moving it forward. Therefore, and somebody's prepared to pay you for doing that. So these are the two ways of actually earning. Bitcoin mining, passively, you mine, the machines work for you. I've spoken for the past, I don't know, 30 minutes. So people have been getting these Bitcoins. I mean, the miners, they've been rewarded with Bitcoins. iMine could have been one of them. I don't know. What I know is that by 9 o'clock, I get paid for what iMine did in the day without me being there. Where my work gets to be shown through network marketing. All right. So iMine as well, it's a company that is registered at El Salvador. And El Salvador, you may know, you may not know, it's one of those countries that just became bold and started mining Bitcoin and just changing their laws and making sure that it's a legal tender. Everybody just get to be given Bitcoin. Government gave people, every citizen, some Bitcoins, and shops, everyone is trading with Bitcoin. They just went straight into it. And therefore, because of that, companies will then go and register themselves where legislation is clear, so that they don't get to be fighting with government now and again. So iMine registered itself as a cloud mining company, a BTC investment teachings, like we are doing right now, and as a marketing network. If Brother Mpo can just close. Yeah. And again, as a marketing networks, which I've just explained, the affiliate marketing side of Bitcoin. Okay, so the other thing is, why do we want to partner with iMine? iMine it's a company that's out there that is not here in South Africa. Um, uh, it's out there, but we've been mining with iMine since the year 2023. Personally, I started mining with them on the 23rd of June 2023. So we just keep on mining. They give you technical support. You write to iMine, support at imine.com. They respond to you. You become part of the community. You get compensation as you invite people to come and mine. You form a community. You all win. You all get to be compensated. You all get these bonuses, rewards for your efforts. And again, iMine has also partnered with a company called MineBest, which has been mining for many years. So they are there as well in the background, mining for us. And again, iMine has positioned themselves as a pioneering force in crypto mining industry, serving as the first fully interactive digital mining platform. So we mine with iMine. So what is it that you need to do if you want to start with us and be part of this? Okay. All right. You need to get to the person who invited you here, so that they can give you a link for you to then get into iMine. Remember that iMine, it's all about marketing. So they are a marketing company and a Bitcoin teachings, and cloud mining. So for you to be part of iMine, then somebody must have told you. Then you get a link, and then you will buy yourself a package, and then you'll start mining after a day. So why do I have to get a link again? So that that person's efforts can be compensated as well. Because the person that invited you, it means that they're in business. They want to accumulate a Bitcoin for themselves, and also give you the opportunity to do the same. All right. And again, I just want to just step out here quickly to go to the new prices. Let me just come here. It's always better to look at the prices from the website. Okay. So just a minute for me. I can see that it kicked me out. So I'm just trying to log in quickly. Okay, so here I will be showing you now the prices. How much is it? If I want to start, at how much can I start with? So we just have new prices recently. They've added new prices. So as you can see, we have three levels. So it accommodates for everyone. So if you say, no, I don't have a 105, which is over 1 million here in South Africa. So you'll be buying a diamond package, 105. The conditions of mining are the same for everyone. We all start after 1 day, and the difference is the hash rate per package. So the power to mine, is different based on the amount you are paying in. So if you pay more, you'll mine more. If you pay a little bit less, then you'll earn a little bit less. That's why it's important for us to do network marketing, so that we can be able to increase our mining power, right? So you can start with $105,000 out there if you have it. So I can just show you here below. I've just clicked on this diamond package. So it tells me that in the past 10 days, a person who bought this package already made $3,000, which is here in South African rands. In 10 days, you've already made 54,000 rand. Okay. So if you buy the $63,000, you have made $1.8, 1859. If I multiply it by 18 rand, you've already made for yourself 33,000 rand in 10 days. So if I click here on 31,500, it means in 10 days you have already accumulated something like 16,722. So they have put, the people that buy these packages have put a lot, so they make a lot of money in a short space of time. Now you can also buy a 10,500, a 3,500, a 2,000. $2,000 is not far-fetched. It's $36,000. Many people here in the call have it. So if I click on $2,000, in the past 10 days, you have made yourself $55, which is about 909. So almost 1,000 in 10 days that you have made. Okay, so remember that the price of Bitcoin always fluctuates. So this is the historical information that is given here. We don't know what will happen in the next coming 10 days. So, or you can start with 250 USDT, $250. You can start there. I personally started with 500 USDT. So as the price of Bitcoin goes up like this, I just, I've taken out my initial 500 USDT. I already out of risk. Now, what is coming out of here? I just keep on buying the packages. I just keep on buying the packages. I'm just keep on buying and adding and adding and adding. Before I know it, I will have added to up to 10,005, up to this amount, and continuing to mine. And besides that, we also have the compensation plan that assists us to even accumulate this Bitcoin faster. So these are the packages, and I'm sure if you can contact the person that invited you here, they will also explain it further. Now, let me quickly get now into the packages, into the the compensation plan. Now, you earn here at 3 levels. We have compensation 1, 2, 3, and then we have, when you rank up, you get given some bonuses as well, over and above. I think the Bitcoin compensation plan is easier when you compare it with other compensation plan from other types of businesses from a different niche altogether. Here, when you invite someone, and that person, if I look at the example here, buys the 10,500 package, I get 10% of that, which is $1,000, which can be 19,000. So I invite you, you buy a package, I get 10%. Even 25 for a person who bought a 250. If I get paid $25 in Bitcoins, that $25, it's also quite a lot of money. It's a 450 that I get to be paid, 450, in Bitcoins. So if I invite more people, it means I'll always be getting this 10% all the time worth of Bitcoin. So we get paid by Bitcoin and nothing else. So that's a compensation plan 1. So the number 2, it's a binary cycle bonus. So iMine is using a binary structure. Binary being left, right, it's binary 2. Okay, as you see here it's you, and then you'll have user 1, you'll have user 2. on the left and right. So if you look on my far right, here are the binary points. So if a person buys a 10,500 package, you get 21 points. So these binary points, that's where your money is. So if a person buys with 10.5, you get 21 points. If a person buys with 3.5, it's 7. If a person buys with $250, you get 0.5, as we can understand. Now, I want to make an example and say someone buys, you have two people who bought with 3,500. User one bought with 3,500. You got your 350, 10% of that. You've got your $350 dollars in Bitcoins. And then you also get to be given a 7. A 7 will come here under your username. Then you go again, you get someone again who buys again with 3,500. You get another $350 as your 10%. Now you have 700, which is almost 15,000 rand. And now it has 7 points. Then you also come here and get 7. So you'll be having 7, 7. So the rule says every time you have 5, 5, 5 points on the left, 5 points on the right, then you get to be given a bonus of $150. So $150 is about 2,700 today. So you are going to be given that 270 for the binary cycle bonus. So let's say user one. User one now has user 5 and user 4 here. Now, this time around, it is user one who is cycling, who is now having 5, 5. So user one will get $150. It will go to user one. And what comes to you is compensation plan 3. Then you get to be compensated with $10. So every time one of your community members get their binary cycle of 150, iMine pays you $10. They match it with $10. So you will be cycling, everyone will be cycling. So people will be getting the 150s, people will be getting the $10. This is where the money is being made, right here. A lot of it. Yeah, this is a place where people walk out and go buy their Mercedes Benz and so on and so on. So this is where business actually happens. So if you are that person who networks, who have the understanding of what this can do to a life of an ordinary person, and you want to bring more people into it, and this is where you can really create a lot of money for yourself. And again, looking at the time, already past 9 o'clock, I'm just wrapping up. So here is the ranks requirements. When we all start, we start as miners. And then the more people you bring into iMine, iMine will then, have given ranks. If you've brought $10,000 worth of business, now you become a developer. If it's 50, become a team leader, and so on. Even the number of times that you get to cycle also gets to be increased, because we are a developer, because we have more people, and so those people will also be cycling, and you will also be cycling. So the number of cycles per day gets to be increased, because we cycle every day. So you can cycle 2 times a day. You can get $300 a day. You can get $600 a day if you are now a developer, and so on and so on. So, and other people in your team can also cycle. Then you'll be getting this $10 as well. So everyone, is given an opportunity to make a lot of money. And at the same time, the price of Bitcoin is going up. Our mining, packages, our mining machines are also just ballooning. And so it's a real deal where people can really make a lot of money, and people are making a lot of money. So In closing, on the 14th of April 2025, iMine had their 30th anniversary celebration in Dubai. So if you can see, look closely, there are black people here from Africa. So they went to Dubai to celebrate with iMine, and therefore, I'm sure you wanna be there next year in 2026. April, March, April, somewhere there, and also participate in this. So it is real, it is happening. We are not going backwards, we are going forward. We are just going to be accumulating this Bitcoin even more. So that just brings me to the end of this presentation, and I hope that everyone is ready to start. What I can say is that please contact the person who invited you here and just make sure that you start. Please start. $250. If I multiply it by 20, just putting in some charges along the way, you need 5,000. So I think you can really work hard to find that 1,000 and just get into this thing. And then just start inviting people. People are waking up. People are waking up to Bitcoin right now, to crypto right now. The SMSs and the WhatsApps I'm getting just tells me that people are waking up. So we have a big market, the whole of South Africa and beyond, to share with people, to help them as well to accumulate Bitcoin. This is the money of the future. This is a generational money. If you want to build a meaningful legacy and leave a meaningful legacy to your children's children, then this is the time to build it. And we are building it using Bitcoin. Okay, thank you so much. So please, if you have questions, maybe you can come back again next week. Monday we'll be here, or just ask the person who invited you. I'm sure they will be able to answer your questions. Just to respect time, I will close it here. And thank you so much for coming through. I hope that you gained something for today. And thanks a lot. And goodbye. So I see Prudence says, this is amazing. Good evening. And thank you, Prudence, for coming through and participating. Thank you, everyone, and God bless. See you next week. Thank you.